The only way that we can go forward is really looking back. I feel fortunate, whether it's this career or from my other two careers, that I take those lessons, I take those information of what happened then, I try to merge it to what's happening today and see where the solutions are. I don't think if you don't have some kind of memory, some kind of reference, okay? It's just like you're doing a great research project and you use all the tools to find the answers. Well, it's the same thing with what's happening in the market today. To navigate the market today or last year or next year, you not only have to have your feet on the ground, you have to think about the changes that happened around us, wherever it is, all right? So whether there's too much space, too many projects, whether the numbers are too aggressive, and how you're going to navigate. It's just, I don't know, a great swimmer that wants to go to the next level, a tennis player that plays with a better player so they'll get better. I do that, but I've been doing that 20 years and I'm getting no better, but I hope someday soon. But so for me, I look back, but I also tap on all my resources. If I see someone at a meeting or I'm out with some of my bankers or my Wall Street friends, I say, what do you think? What do you think's going on? What are you feeling? I never assume I know or have the answers. I'm going to everybody for their expertise and information in all other aspects, not just where I am, commercial, retail, real estate. I'm talking to Wall Street, I'm talking to the bankers, I'm talking to the lawyers, and I'm saying, even when I'm on a deal, right? Say whatever firm I say, what else are you working on? You working on anything interesting? What are you feeling in the market? You're getting a sense, you're getting a vibe. I even ask the reporters. They're interviewing me about a deal, and I'll say to somebody, Steve Cuso at the Post, says, Stevie, what are you hearing? What are you feeling? Tell me, because, I want to be on the right track. I am always listening. I've got my ear to the ground. When somebody said, what do you feel? Where are the trends? I'm out searching for the answers, and that's going to help us navigate. You build trust by, as they say, that cliche, under promising, over delivering. That's how you build trust. You don't tell people that you're going to get back to them with answers and not get back to them. You don't make up an answer when you don't know. I can't tell you how many times I'm screaming, don't say that. Do you know or you don't know? If you don't know, tell me you don't know. That's it. We'll get the answer. But don't tell me you know. If I ask you about reds, just give me the answer. Find the answer. I think trust is always, and I've said this. Listen, I'm not sure. Let me think about it. Let me get back. Well, Faith, what do you think? Here's the answer. Can we get the deal at this number? Can we find the right tenant? Can we build this building in this neighborhood and make money? Let me think about it. Let me analyze it. I'm not sure. I want to think about it. Yes, I have my gut, which I'm lucky, my inside, what I feel for trends and neighborhoods. But you know what? This is the fastest changing market in the country. And sometimes you have to take into account what's happening everywhere else, because it's not just happening in real estate. People are very immersed in real estate. They just think they're in their own world, but excuse me, it's the trade, it's the street, it's the feeling, it's the emotion, it's everything going. Everything else affects it, just like the stock market. Somebody's upset, somebody says something wrong, there's a lawsuit. So trust, to me, is telling whoever I'm working with or with my team, okay, they come, they have an issue on a deal, okay, tell me what's going on. Let me try to work it through with you. I like to jump in and be involved. I think trust is really being involved, but delivering. And if you can't get the answer or you don't have the answer, you go back to the person. But also trust is they have to believe that you're not going to do anything that's going to jeopardize anybody's position. Most people don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want. So I believe if you ask them good series of questions, and sometimes this can be from a co-op board, from a simple building, right up to one of the Simon people. You know, I've sat with Related, so what's going on here? What's going on? I get them involved. It's a conversation that evolves, and then someone says something, usually the others, that makes the moment connect. Or they say, oh, gee, Faith, yes, yes, that's exactly what we want to do here. But you know what? It didn't come from me. It came from the other side, and they don't even know that. The prospect, by taking and paring away the layers that people have between them, because they're very concerned about being personally connected. I'm not concerned about that. I'm really not, because I think that everybody needs a lot of nurturing, not just in this business. Yes, listen, it's true. It's New York. It's hugely competitive. I can tell you the last couple of years was the most challenging market in my whole lifetime, and I think we do very well in that market. I do very well in a down market. I do very, because you know what? I get out there and I start thinking about solutions and stirring the pot. I don't get swept up in the moment. Here's what you have to do. We make the market. The market doesn't make us. Any genius can make money in, like, up market, right? Wall Street. Find me a broker who can keep my money during a downturn, not 10 years of up. So I think the epiphany comes from merging the mind. You have to organize your day and your life, and you will be overwhelmed many times. So still till today, with all the computers, I not only know what I'm going to do every day, but for my team, everybody gets a to-do list, okay? Now, whether they type it or whether it's a very silly pad from 1 to 20. Every day you got to write down what you do. Then you got to check it off. They're going to be clients you don't get to call, they move to tomorrow. They're going to be properties you didn't get to access. They're going to be places you need to be organized. Now, I know there are other people that are stringently, but I am overall organized. First of all, I'm a fast thinker. I could spit 100 thoughts, and everybody around me, like I'm spitting. Did you remember this? Did you do that? They hate my memory. But I can tell you from 20 years ago if I know about a landlord, because I care. Every day you have to make a to-do list. Whatever way you do it, you write it down, you do it. But if you do this, and my mentor taught me this very early on, it said, Faith, when you get to a deal, you're going to have the plus and minus thing. Approach every day just like it's a new day, a new deal. But you got to catch up with what yesterday, and you got to think about tomorrow. And every morning I get up, and people say, well, what are you, a wind-up doll? Well, maybe I am. I get up every day, I get dressed like I'm going in with the same attitude. I could have gone to bed last night, lost the biggest deal. No, I'm like a trader. You know a trader? That was a bad trade. That was yesterday. I lost money, I made money. Today is a new day. And I just think people have to be organized in their mind. Brokers that are all over the place, they're trying to do too many things. Consultants, sometimes I take consultancy. You have to decide, this is the target market, this is where we want to be, and you just have to do it. And that's how you win assignments. That's how you stay friends with people. You care about the other side. It's all about caring at 11. If you care about yourself, you just transmit that into the business. There's no big secret. I'm not a brilliant scientist. I'm not curing some disease. But what I'm doing is doing what I do the best I can do. I get emotional too. I laugh, I cry. I'm crying 1 minute, I'm laughing the next. But I have talked myself into being strong all the time. I say, listen, Faith, you can do this. You can do this. You can get past this. People have to build their own strength. They can't just rely on everybody else. There's like a motto around here that I rarely bend and I never break. Maybe I do break, but I don't break in front of you. I don't break in front of you. I may, be screaming, yelling, crying. I pick up the phone. Hi, how you doing? What's going on? You have to be able to switch gears. I think with emotion, you can't hang on it too long. Even like any part of emotion, even being happy. I remember in my old firm, my boss used to say, what's wrong with you, Faith? You just made this big deal. Go out, have a good time, put your feet on the... No. I'm not taking my eye off the ball. The good part is I made the deal, but then I have lots of choices, because if tomorrow morning I want to get up and I don't want to go to work, or I want to do something else, I can do it because of all this time that I have put myself into a controlled thing. Emotion, you don't know. I could be doing well, happy minute, and then the next minute you get the news, but you can't, you have to check it. Can't stay in that zone, because if you stay in that zone, you can't move. You get frozen, and I'm not going to be frozen. It's hard to teach anybody, but I do believe that I do believe it personally, you have a good support system. Now, what does that mean? A best friend, a husband, a mother, a father. I think that all helps. I think that really all helps. So everybody has to find what's going to help them emotionally to stay on course. And for everybody, it's different. For me, is that I refuse to let the outside see I'm crying. Although I've cried on camera and I've cried on panels, but I mean really getting upset. Because if you stay in that mode, you're just going to go the wrong way.